ለመማር ወደ ትምህርት ተቋም መሄድ ግድ አይደለም።
ናሽናል አቪዬሽን ኮሌጅ
ራሳችሁን ከኮሮና ቫይረስ ወረርሽኝ እየጠበቃችሁ በቤታችሁ ወይም በተመቻችሁ ቦታ
በኢንተርኔት አማካኝነት በኦንላይን ትምህርታችሁን መከታተል ይቻላል።
ካናዳ ከሚገኘው ኢንተርናሽናል ኤር ትራንስፖርት አሶሲዬሽን አያታና
ከእንግሊዙ ኢንስቲትዩት ኦፍ ኮመርሻል ማኔጅመንት ICM ጋር በመተባበር የሚሰጡ ትምህርቶችን ተከታትላችሁ በ6 ወር ጊዜ በዓለም አቀፍ ደረጃ ተቀባይነት ያለውን የስልጠና ማስረጃ ባለቤት መሆን ይቻላል።
ከኢትዮጵያ ሲቪል አቪዬሽን ባለስልጣን ሙሉ ዕውቅና ባገኘንባቸው የፍላይት ኦፕሬሽን እና የሆስተስ ስልጠናም በምዝገባ ላይ ነን።
ጥያቄና መልስ፣ የክፍል ስራዎች ብሎም ፈተና መፈተን ክፍል ውስጥ እንዳላችሁ አይነት
ልምድ ባላቸው መምህራን እየተማራችሁ
በኦንላይን ባላችሁበት ቦታ
አድራሻ ከ22 ማዞሪያ ወደ ሾላ ገበያ በሚወስደው መንገድ 150 ሜትር ገባ ብሎ ናሽናል አቪዬሽን ኮሌጅ
የናሽናል ኤርዌይስ እህት ኩባንያ
ህልሞን እውን ያደርጋል።
Now let's start. Let's start from our previous lesson. Previously, we have seen about this, the modes or ways of acquiring and loss of citizenship. We have seen about how we can acquire citizenship. First, let me give you just a bit brainstorming time. Hope that you'll be able to define what is citizen. You'll be able to associate citizen with a respective state. And next, what are the rights and the responsibilities of citizen in that respective state? Citizens do have rights and respective responsibilities. We have seen it. And we have seen a series of ways of acquiring citizenship. The first one is by birth or by bloodline. And what does it mean, this one? And we have seen the two Latin terms, the jus soli and the jus sanguinis. And then we have seen about what's jus soli, what's jus sanguinis, the rights of soil, okay? And we have seen about the experience of United States of America. And we have seen about the experience of Ethiopia. Jus soli is not allowed. It's very prohibited. No one can get the citizenship of Ethiopia via jus soli, but truly with jus sanguinis. And we have seen about citizenship by law. Yeah, we can acquire citizenship by legal background, by claiming or writing a letter for a given authority of a state, then through its principles and series of laws, acquisition of citizenship is possible by law. Under here, by law, other methods of acquisition by descent, by marriage, by application, and others by case of adoption or legitimating adoption. You know what adoption mean. And by special cases. Again, aliens or foreigners can get citizenship by special cases. They have to be special or someone has to be special to have get this citizenship. Special case. You have to have some resourceful personal talents, okay? Either your personal skill, your professional background in different fields, okay? Or field of specialization in art, or sometimes your achievement, your contribution to the world in science, in technology, in arts, okay? and others, then you can get this citizenship, special case. Then to have get it, the others is readmission. Okay, yeah, after you renounce or abstain from while your interest or no more interested to be a citizen of that respective state, then later on you readmission of nationality. And this, according to the Ethiopian, there are just principles. Oh. And there are times that dual citizenship. Yeah, that if we do have different citizens of parents, either of your parents are non-Ethiopian, then you can get an Ethiopian by your either Ethiopian parent and then another state by another parent. So sometimes not only dual might be tried, okay, more than two state citizen, you can get it. For instance, while your parents are a citizen of two states, and the other is by your application or by your special case, by special case. Therefore, this one dual and more than dual citizenship is possible. Today we'll see about when we lose our citizenship, when we'll quit, okay, or totally loss of our citizenship. Mostly with through criminal and through one's will, mostly. And there are other political cases might be of a state once was and then through time became states, just like the Ethiopia and Eritrea, and the others is some case of. Now let's see when we lost citizenship. In fact, students, are you listening me? ይሰማል ልጆች?
አዎ ይሰማል።
ቀዝቀዝ ብለዋል ትንሽ እንዳየሩ ጸባይ ሆኗል ድምጼ? እንዳየሩ ጸባይ ሆኗል አይደል?
እኔ ጋር በደንብ ነው የሚሰማው።
ይሰማል?
ይሰማል።
እሺ። Now, citizenship can be lost when a state provides for lapse or withdrawal of lapse means expire or withdrawal your voluntary exit of that citizenship under a certain condition. There must be conditions. What are these conditions? We'll see it. Or when citizen voluntarily renounce means that voluntarily quits. Okay. The primary rationale for loss of citizenship, the primary rationale, okay, accepted for loss of citizenship is the absence of a genuine link with the state. Sometimes, while you are not followed previously, okay, basic principles of that state citizenship loss or food, then if you do something wrong, cheat, or with unnecessary link, okay, you'll get one's citizenship, but through time, okay, through a series of investigation, you lost that citizenship. That's crime. Thus, many citizenship laws also provides for laws if many citizenship laws. There are laws also provide for laws if there has been fraud. Okay, fraud. In the course of, that fraud mean that? Yeah. Cheating. In the course of acquiring citizenship. You know that. Okay, yeah. You are not as a severe to know such experiences. Mostly We Africans, including Ethiopian, sometimes we dare to have get a citizen of either European countries or America or somewhere else. Then through the process, okay, we'll do something here without a legal process. But through investigation, then if the concerned body reached on us having such pitfalls, will make us cancellation and other consequences. Some states still have provisions in that statements, principles for denying people of citizenship in cases whether their behavior sometimes, okay, yeah, their behavior is considered to demonstrate or bring disloyalty towards the state. Okay, some states have provisions for depriving people of citizenship in case of where their behavior is considered to demonstrate disloyalty. Okay, pair toward that disloyal, dishonest towards a state. Okay, accordingly, just to be Swedish, to be Belgian, to be Philippine, to be Brazilian, to be just okay. Then if we violate, okay, if we are not loyal to that provisions of that country, there are provisions that they put a red line that we cannot cross over that provision. Okay, we will be deprived, lose our citizenship because of that violation towards the state. For instance, in Ethiopia, you know that what Ethiopia didn't accept, what America didn't accept. Okay, and yet don't accept. Okay, there are red lines. If we cross over of that line, immediately we lose, and again consequences will follow. And what's deprivation? We lost citizenship through deprivation. You know the term deprive, deny. When is it? When it is an involuntary loss of citizenship. While you are deprived of that citizenship, okay, unfortunately, it's not through your voluntary, it's not through your will. That state, okay, will just immediately deny your citizenship. No more citizenship, then you will be deprived. Which arises, such deprivation, which arises, okay, while government authorities or court take a decision to nullify an individual citizenship. Yeah, it's through the process. Okay, it's through the process. Nullify, you will be null. It is on the assumption that the burden of justification, okay, the burden of justification for the loss of citizenship of an individual lies on the state. Okay, yeah, on the state. The citizen may be deprived of his or her citizenship for reasons of uncovering national secrets. Okay, if you are not just confidential of national secrets, it's very, very important. If you disclose basic national secrets, for instance, okay, military intelligence, science investigation or discovery, okay, these are or others. If you disclose these national secrets, does mean that you committed treason, credit, non-compliance with citizenship duties, for instance. You have to comply with citizenship duty. It's our duty, our obligation to be loyal. Okay, to be loyal. We should not disloyal of our national affairs. We should not stand against over the interests of Ethiopia. We should not collaborate others, especially those attempt to deal according to our interest and stand against of our progress, our development, our improvement. Then if we collaborate with these national enemies, okay, or the externals, might be the neighboring countries. Mostly neighboring countries will enter into conflicts. Might be conflicts in borderline, conflicts might be in natural resources like that of oil might be, forest might be, water might be. Others accordingly might be port and others. And then if that country, the neighboring country, is always just stand against of, okay, in one's or a respective country, and then if we collaborate, okay, collaborate, help, give way, assist, disclose, give an extraneous information for that enemies, okay, then immediately you will be deprived, not only deprivation, there is a stress of consequence against that deed. Then loss of a genuine link with his or her state. Okay, yeah. Flawed acquisition of citizenship. Serving an armed force of another country. Okay, yeah. Being a citizen of Ethiopia, for instance, if you are serving, let's say Sudan. Yeah, it's clear. It's clear. It's clear. So we should not serve in armed force of another country. Yeah, another country. You know that these days, for instance, in different social medias, in public media, the government, you know that once was especially our Prime Minister, Dr. Abiy Ahmed. There are some. He said that I don't know. Okay, he said that if there is an attempt to serve the others, collaborate with the others, okay, that's a treason. A treason. Stand against over the interests of the national or state. Okay, again, trying to overthrow the government by force, coup d'etat. Okay, okay, without any legal process, without any legal foundations, especially over the written constitutional law. Okay, if you do something that against all, then we will deprive of that integration or that relationship will be deprived. And again, seriously prejudicial behavior, prejudicial behavior. Yeah, our inflated attitude toward others. Okay, yeah, based on some hint or character. Okay, will cover up by a lot over the others. Prejudicial, and again becoming naturalized in another country. Okay, this is not criminal, but if you are naturalized legal member of another country, then you will deprive your citizenship with that respective country. But the main thing of that deprivation will come from such. The others is a very simple thing: lapse or expiration of your citizenship. Okay, you have to update your citizenship while you are a citizen of there. For instance, being an Ethiopian, you will be a citizen of Saudi. Therefore, you have to update your citizenship there. If you can't, then it will lapse and you will be no more of. Okay? Yeah. It will be you lost your citizenship. Lapse or expiration, said that, is another way of losing citizenship, which is not applicable to Ethiopia, of course. Lapse is a mode whereby a person lost his or her citizenship because of whom? Yeah. Okay, because of your personal, his or her permanent residence or long-term residence or abroad beyond a number of years permitted by the country in a question. Okay, a country will allow citizens to stay from this up to that. Might be not more than 5 years, not more than 10 years, not more than 3 or then accordingly. If you stay abroad of that residence, then you will not be a citizen of that country. You lost, or if you cannot update again, you have to update sometimes. Having that citizenship or that green card again, citizenship, there are times that to update it. Okay. Another one is renunciation. Yeah. Okay. You do have the right to say, I am no more of Ethiopia. You can say. No one can force you to be, okay, yet an Ethiopian. You can renounce. You can officially resign of being a citizen of Ethiopia. Okay, not to ask your rights and not to achieve or exercise your obligation. Once you renounce, then you can make divorce, renunciation, and your personal will. Okay, so renunciation is the voluntary way of losing citizenship. Voluntary. It's a voluntary. In fact, under Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, I am admitting you, the UDHR established in 1948 after the Second World War, just 3 years after. The world, okay, the world countries came together and then established this law. And this law guarantees the right of a person to change his or her nationality. It guarantees. Okay? Loss of citizenship is voluntary only if it's intended and initiated by the individual concerned. Okay? Yeah. But then how you can readmit? Once you renounce of this, then your readmission of again to be a member of that country has its own preconditions. But for renunciation, you do have sole right. Okay? Yeah. It's very simple, but to reunion, okay, or to claim again has its own suffering or a process, say that. Again, substitution. You lost your citizenship through substitution. You can make it, this one is 4. Substitution. You will substitute your previous country towards a new one, or through political secession. While countries are set, they divorce each other, okay, disintegrate. Then, okay, because of that, you lost your previous citizenship, and then you are replaced by the new stateship. Now, substitution. This citizenship, this ship, may be lost when the original citizenship is substituted by another state. when it's acquired through naturalization. Okay, or on the other side, this may also take place when a particular territory is annexed, merged, annexed by another state. Okay, this will happen. Generally, an Ethiopian citizen can lose his or Ethiopian nationality through renunciation in upon acquisition of other country's nationality. It stipulated that in Article 19 of theory of this 2003 Nationality Proclamation, respectively, of course, according to that proclamation, according to that law. Therefore, yeah, you are somewhat young. Hope that you not know what was happening in between Ethiopia and Eritrea. There was a lot of serious cases that happened. Okay, to choose in which of the country to be an Eritrean or an Ethiopian. Because of what? The secession. What if again Ethiopia and Eritrea become a state or become annexed? The same is true. Okay, yeah, the same will be true. Okay, no more Eritrea then, or no more Ethiopian then. With the new nomenclature of that state name, okay, you'll get that new citizenship. Then you lose the previous one. That's merely substitution. That loss is not mandatory, but the process of that process. Again, sometimes it will happen that statelessness. Someone will be stateless. When it will happen? Yeah. When it will happen? Assume that you do something wrong or make a very high criminal act over Ethiopia, and you will stay in the abroad as an asylum or refugee. Once you lose your citizenship in Ethiopia because of your criminal act, might be, or because of the violation of state law principles, then you will not get a citizenship of Kenya. With these stances, you will just be stateless. Okay, yeah, you deprived your citizenship in Ethiopia, and then in your own stay there, as far as you are in asylum or refuge, you will not get it. With this bound of time, you will be stateless. Therefore, stateless is the condition of having citizenship of any country and with no government from which to ask protection. So, you will have a protection from that respective state. Okay? Because you don't have any hood of, any ship of relationship of that respective state. Okay? Therefore, according to the international law, statelessness, in that stateless person is a person who is not considered as a national by any state under the operation of its law. According to the international law, you will be stateless. Okay? That means that you are not considered as a national. You are not considered as a national by any state under the operation of its law. Therefore, statelessness almost always results when state failure, almost, or sometimes always results when state failure leads people to flee. Okay? State failure. Failed state leads people to flee by here, by that, by these peoples, okay? Yeah. Consciously or unconsciously, we'll just know that. Okay? Enter two different medium or countries, then in that occasion, they will be stateless. Be it due to invasion and conquest by another state, might be. Such state failure might be a country will be invaded. If the existing government is defeated by the external one, then that country is failed. Laws will not be functional, no more constitutional. Okay? And we will flee at the time of civil war. Yeah, we do have such very good example. Okay? Yeah, the history of Ethiopia is almost the history of war, especially civil war. Okay? A war between Ethiopians in the 1970s, the 1980s, okay? 80s, the beginning of. Okay? We do have a sense of war. So that war, peoples of fear of persecution, intimidation, harassment, torture, kill. Okay? They flee, okay, in different aspects of borders. The Kenyan border, the Sudan border, and other borders. Okay? The Djibouti. And famine. When there is great famine, people will flee in exodus. Okay? Yeah. This exodus might be. For instance, yeah, peoples of the neighboring countries, especially South Sudan. Today, you can imagine. And once was Ethiopians, okay, were being in a lot, in the largest number, were being in Sudan, in Kenya, in Djibouti, in Sudan. Yeah, it's our history. Where we are just flee and stay in another state. Yeah. Or because of an oppressive regime. Sometimes governors or rulers will be oppressive, fierce, cruel, okay, anarchist, tyrant. They always take the laws in their own hand. They took the laws in their own hand and then make or bring a lot of suffer over their citizens, their people, to whom they are ruled. If governors are very oppressive, then people will find a solution. That solution will be what? Exile, flee. Okay? Yeah. And then predetermined solution. Non-conscious solution. Simply what? Yeah. Exile, flee, go away, retreat, finding a buffer zone. In their state there, okay, there is no, yeah, relationship between that state and that person. This makes people stateless. It's the most common in Africa. Today you can see in Libya, okay, some Central African countries, East African countries, yeah, in the Horn of Africa, for instance, okay, yeah. Then, and from their home country, well, individuals could also become stateless persons because of deprivation, of course, because of deprivation. And then, when renouncing their citizenship without gaining nationality in other states, sometimes, okay, we will rush to renounce our citizenship with a previous state. And then immediately, unless we do have, okay, we do have a chain or create a chain to be that statehood we lose citizenship. Therefore, deprivation, renunciation. Your criminal acts, your choice, will make you stateless. Therefore, the statelessness happened by this arm. So, when we lost citizenship, this is all about. I hope that they have get a bit of understanding from this, how we can acquire citizenship, and when we lost our citizenship, and what does mean citizen, what does mean citizenship, the rights, the responsibilities, there are related rights and responsibilities, and go through deep somewhat. And if you have the proclamation read, the Ethiopian proclamation of how someone can acquire the citizenship of Ethiopia, and when someone will lose the citizenship of Ethiopia, go through and read it, and you will have get a better understanding. So having
ልዩነት መፍጠር ዓላማችን ነው። ዓለም አቀፍ ተወዳዳሪ መሆን አለባችሁ። የናሽናል ኤርዌይስ እህት ኩባንያ ናሽናል አቪዬሽን ኮሌጅ ጥራትና ደረጃውን የጠበቀ ስልጠና በመስጠት ብቁ ዜጋ እያፈራን ነው። በፍላይት ኦፕሬሽን፣ በበረራ መስተንግዶ፣ በቲኬቲንግና ሪዘርቬሽን፣ በሆቴልና ቱሪዝም ሙያዎች አሰልጥነን ተወዳዳሪ እናደርጉታለን። ኮሌጃችን ካናዳ ከሚገኘው ኢንተርናሽናል ኤር ትራንስፖርት አሶሲዬሽን አያታና ከእንግሊዙ ICM ጋር በመተባበር ዓለም አቀፍ ዕውቅና ያለው ስልጠና እየሰጠ ይገኛል። በፍላይት ኦፕሬሽን በበረራ መስተንግዶ የምንሰጣቸው ስልጠና ከኢትዮጵያ ሲቪል አቪዬሽን ባለስልጣን ሙሉ ዕውቅና አለው። አድራሻ ከጎላጉል ታወር 22 አደባባይ ወደ ሾላ በሚወስደው መንገድ ላይ የናሽናል ኤርዌይስ እህት ኩባንያ ናሽናል አቪዬሽን ኮሌጅ ህልሞን